Now, if you're one of those people who always wondered where rosemary was native to, but were too afraid to ask, this is your video. Look at this. Yes. The very stuff that you should be pulling off like this and crushing up and putting on your plate with your olive oil and balsamic vinegar and salt and pepper, and eating with their French bread. That's right, that same stuff. Blooms blue. It's not blue now because it's September. Blooms blue, but not right now. If you always wonder where this plant was native to, well, now you know. It's native here, right here, at this beautiful spot. And you know what? I'm done with this particular plant. I'm hoping somebody from Portugal can tell me what this is. This is gorgeous. Out here on the rocks, it's growing away. Totally happy. And we've got a nice succulent growing right here. It's actually a really cool spiral pattern. Can you catch that? Is it focusing? I don't know, is it? Anyway, really cool spiral pattern in the sky. I don't think it's focusing. But look at the view that the rosemary gets. This is like one of the most incredible places I've ever seen. I'm gonna give you a little tour around here. You can see it's growing amongst the rocks under extremely difficult conditions. You can see it's very windswept. And it's growing amongst the juniper. And it looks like we have a euphorbia of some sort right here. That's actually very cool. I wonder what that flower is like. But that's definitely a euphorbia. I'm just gonna take a little bit of stem and see. Is that a euphorbia? Come on. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that milky substance. Anyway, it won't mind so much. Look at that. Looks like we have a little native oak mixed in here. A tiny little scrub oak. Definitely an oak. It's like a 2 foot tall oak, maybe a foot and a half. Why is it so short? Well, it's short because it has extreme weather to put up with, because it grows absolutely exposed in the greatest way on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. Probably as far as I should go. Actually, I'll go a little farther just for you guys, just to show you the view. Hopefully that rock is really solid, because that's where I'm going, right here. It's a long way down. But I am at Salir do Porto in Portugal. And I didn't think I really needed a video, but I saw the rosemary growing. Look, here's another one growing on the very edge of the continent, the European continent, right there. Between here and there, that's pretty much where Columbus went. And you know the rest of the story. And the rosemary might have been the very last thing he saw when he left, and the first thing he saw when he came back. And I would think that possibly Columbus may have been in this very harbor. I'm sure he probably was. It's just up the road from Lisbon. And there's some beautiful ruins here. I'm going to give you a very quick tour of that. But I want to tell you about the rosemary just to show you how. Here's more. It's on the back side. Now on the front side, where there's more wind, it grows lower to the ground. It's naturally sculpted. Back here, it grows a little taller, and then it finally gives out, and the juniper takes over as you get even more exposed down here. But when you finally come to Salir do Porto, you want to go for a nice swim across the bay. It's pretty amazing. I did that, but it's the coolest natural harbor I have ever seen. And those look like ruins down there, actually. I think this was a Canon outpost right down there. See that? See how squared off those are? Those have to be some ruins. But here's the lookout tower. It might have been the old lighthouse. I'm not sure. I have to look up the history. But definitely a military outpost. I'm sure they had some cannons here, because this was the opening of the bay. And this is where the guy lived that manned the cannon, I would guess. And super awesome carbo buttress all over the world now, it seems. They're not even sure where that's native to. But anyway, here we are. Look at this natural harbor. Give you a big sweeping view You need to look this up on Google Earth and look straight down at it. It's really unbelievable. That's how I found it. And I was surveying the coast, trying to figure out what to do for a day. We had a layover, and we decided to come here, and it was well worth it. But I think the deal was that this structure up here sat the Canon, and whenever they happened to see an incoming ship that they didn't like, well, like this one, for instance, they would just unload on it. Can you imagine? Like looking out there and trying to size up, well, who is that? Is that Joe? Or is that the enemy? Are those the Vikings coming from the north? Or is that our buddy Columbus coming back from America? Let's see, you can't tell until he gets closer. Oh, wait a minute. That's starting to look like the Norwegians, the Norwegian boat. I think they're here to rape, pillage, and plunder. Let's light those guys up. Boom! Boom! I bet no one was brave enough to come in here. Anyway, but when they finally did, I'm sure that they don't need to fire the cannons anymore. But when they did come back in, I'm sure that they love to eat rosemary on their bread, just like I do. And so now you know where rosemary's native to. It's not native just here, kind of all over the Mediterranean. And here's that beautiful flower I'll leave you with. Somebody can let me know exactly what this is. I always love to learn. Right there. Almost looks like a snapdragon or something. All right, that's it.